when it comes to spirituality, life, and personal growth life, my lovely future humans, those of our 5D collective, we have the benefit of using our true self because we harness our emotions and we wield them thanks to a body that is in connection. And so, like Socrates points out, let him who would move the world first move himself. And with that, I get to move with Maria's solo self, core narrative, relational self as one, which is why I don't feel changed and I'm consistently being myself. And as an attachment trauma educated mystic whose spiritual enlightenment soul age group came in a series of light body, rainbow body, I can tell you all about, yes, woo-woo pseudoscience is fine with us, the channelers and downloaders and those who are of the galactic beings, angels, you name it. We're all happy to know that science shares with humanity the number one thing that will transform their life completely, their healing journey. Once they're healed and they're actually real, because like Pinocchio, they finally are, whether they hit rock bottom or not, let's leave it alone, because believe me, 45, I did not think any of the people that I've met that had to hit rock bottom had to, because they had consistently Akashic fields. I'm an Akashic record reader, or I can also talk about God, who's discerning equanimous love with Jesus and Holy Spirit, or I can talk to you about source. Okay, so I can use all of that which is in the spirituality collective, and then I can also use sciences, which is where you will continue to play out your unfinished business. So when people meet Terry Rio or Patrick Tiahan who are on YouTube, they have completely the ability to say, oh, I need Terry Rio or Patrick Tiahan. And so the free will to notice the information that is bountiful and the angels that walk amongst us to support us to get to personal growth and then spiritual growth. Here we're doing more of it because I get to tell you how amazing it is to use the inner growth mindset while you are from within with an open heart and choosing to go with the flow. So you choose selflessness, timelessness, effortlessness, richness, going with the flow. The main inner growth mindset programs deal with unknowns, uncertainties, unwanteds, unexpected. So you're a human. I bring the human elements to spiritual and spirituality and the sciences. When you are a master at emotion regulation skills and being yourself, emotions work for you because thoughts also work for you, but that's because you don't get into your head and so you don't play out an adaptive child part. Okay? Like Sadhguru points out, there are two kinds of people. Those who make things happen and those who enjoy it when it happens well. Think about the people who just made up a bunch of twin flame, false twin flame, this twin flame, that, okay? And complain when it does not. So when someone suffers life because they're using a temporal junction, so when people don't own their sense of self and they don't own their 0-1-year-old, you won't talk sense into them to go and get well-being. Because they will, some, and then say, I want to do the rest of me, I want to live now. So the motivation for you to be yourself is for you to understand that the regulated self feels good. No. I knew that I would, because that's when you're not standing in your own way to being your true self. But this is a choice that, as Bessel van der Kolk points out, a person will make. Because you don't talk a friend out of marrying someone who is bad for them. You don't talk anyone out of anything. You can't talk me out of anything. I have an ego, I have a self, okay? So intelligent ones, stable, mature, adaptive, rational, teachable, smart people, emotional, mental will be at IHP. Because whether mystic, spiritual, or mindful, they will actually have their body online, and then they will know why Dr. Amy Pegan mentions resilience is bad. It's because she serves those who are still in a survival mode. I don't serve people who are in a survival mode. I support and serve, if anything, with mentorship, those who are in a I'm me mode. And oh, look, I get to do more emotional regulation skills with the paid or free content. Oh, I get to hear about higher self-led points of views, mystics, perspectives, all of the stories of the emotionally regulating human being who knows that Jesus was right. The kingdom of God is within you. Sadhguru is right. The seed of enlightenment is within you. And guess who proves it? Because it's not a cherishable belief. The sciences prove that you can embody securely attached, non-traumatized, and that means that you're working with your integrated brain, and that's why you are full of passion and fire, because you're using the love frequency. Because I can sit in social time in the absence of feeling that I'm under threat, and therefore in the absence of being a biologically rude person who has my guard up every step of the way. which is why Dr. Amy Apigian and her video on how resilience is bad is for people who need her, but they also need to go to her, because otherwise they're going to attend courses that are of those spiritual colleagues of mine who say, I'm going to transform your life. Let me teach you to be an intuitive. Let me teach you to guide, da, da, da. And those people are living with their actual 0-3-year-old traumatized completely. And so their body is not growing younger by the day like mine isn't. Difference is mine uses eustress. Theirs doesn't. Difference is mine doesn't make up bullshit in my head when I don't like something that's happening out there, because one, God's perfect. So God always knows what I'm going to have so that I can keep on expanding. Akash is only love. That's because I'm Maria, frequency. Okay, so when you're being yourself, you're completely ego and self connected. You don't question that which is your journey because you know what you're choosing. I choose to live a life of meaning and connection beyond the solo self. Thank you, Dr. Daniel Siegel. He got invited to spirituality conference. When he asked what it was, since he's a man of science, they gave him that definition. I live a life of meaning and connection beyond my solo self. And then with my own emotional regulation skills, I get to look in the face of Cusco's and say, Cusco, what up? You doing great? I see. To my facade friend who's stagnating, I can't even tell him he's an asshole anymore because he's now sensitive. And, well, spirituality, this is where we have equanimity, and it's from within you. You don't prove it, you actually know it, because the embodiment of the restorative embodied self-aware accountable regulating person feels good. I feel good. Na 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 na. I knew that I would. While the one who still doesn't own their body, again, as Dr. Amy Apigian points out, will not be creating a positive resiliency, which is why she talks about it. Okay, so we don't talk sense to those who don't want true wellness. We are the ones who choose to be emotionally, mentally, and physically intelligent, and that choice for everyone is different. In my case, I got lucky, and others will get lucky too. Once they do the I get securely attached, they say yes to personal growth and spiritual growth, and so they say yes to emotional regulation skills, and they don't whine about anger or sadness or fear or surprise or happiness or disgust, and they don't think of wellness as positive vibes only and that we need to scribble on a board, but they understand that spirituality and personal growth in life and all of it is full of passion because you're the one who stays connected to your ventral energy. Because why would you use the distressed version of you? You don't have to be in modulated. There's no bear. There's no physical earthquake. You're actively going to be able to sit in that which is a left and a right and say, oh, look, I have feelings coming up. Okay, let me sit with me. So that's the part of why it's so fun to be ourselves. And I will share with you some stories potentially, and also another episode, and we might have a live. So in the meantime, thanks for stopping by. Like, share, and subscribe, and let anybody else who loves to do emotions know about us, and mental intelligence, obviously, and that they do enjoy knowing the perfection that we all can be with our flaws. And that the only perfect, it's a bigger picture thing. So every soul knows that he knows, she knows, it knows. It's love. All you need is love. Boom, boom, boom. All you need is love, love. Love is all you need. But I can't make you open your heart and trust me. And guess what Dr. Daniel Fox informed me of? Imagine someone trusting a kind person less. Imagine them testing that kind person to the bejesus of them. Imagine that person doubting every step of the way, that neutrality, and it being something that's hiding. You're going to come out to get me. Imagine people thinking they're smart, like CIA agents, who you say, wow, you put all your trust in one human being. I mean, hey, I trust everyone, but at the same time, I wouldn't make everyone else my enemy and just have one. But hey, you know, again, that's the part of where a person who spots liar, liar, pants on fire, it's simply because of me being able to own Maria's 1-year-old and be like, it's okay. Oh, I have a superpower I forgot to mention. So I have a twin. So in my implicit memory, I'm not alone with the bear. And so my mammalian heritage doesn't know aloneness. So I think that's very important for me to mention. Because for me, being myself is easy because I got to repair ruptures, and I'm the one who was the more pushy one, and I still am. And so that's why when you're actually the one who knows how to stand up and say, Maria, you can't spank me there. I told you a little bit of stories. And then I go make my suitcase. That's my personality pattern. That's my temperament. It still is. And as a securely attached, non-traumatized person, every time my 3-year-old comes up towards my mom and my twin, I say, look, I'm still working on it. It's why you don't understand dysregulated self. It just comes up and you say, I'm not allowing myself to say it's okay. I'm just saying it takes time, and it takes 2. And it takes 3, and it takes 4, and we will work it out. We're also loud and passionate. My part of my heritage, Naples, Italy. I love passion. I would not in any way, shape, or form have anything different in my life. To this day, I wonder why my family, doesn't enjoy our passionate conversations. But then I remember that's because you know how to speak up. And sometimes some people, they don't always speak up. And that's because not everybody has the opportunity to be a 3-year-old who says, I'm Maria. And I also corrected my biological father. So that shows you what I did as a 3-year-old, differentiated with the human being mother, the human being father. Twin is the one that I, again, got to play with, my most favorite childhood memory. So when you know yourself from spiritual perspective, and then with Dr. Daniel Siegel's personality patterns, the PDP framework, I was like, wow, I'm to a T exactly what I knew I would be. But guess how many people dress us up? Ooh. Okay, come back for story time if you're curious. In the meantime, thanks for stopping by.